A very good evening. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. And first up, a chartered accountant in the city was brutally murdered in an apartment complex in the city, sending shockwaves among the residents of the area. Here's a report.
It was a lazy Sunday for residents of Sun City Apartments in Iblur, but it soon turned out to be a shocking one as one of the residents was brutally murdered. 35-year-old Saurav Rastogi, who was working as a chartered accountant with a private firm, was brutally murdered last night. But the murder came to light only this afternoon. Saurav, who hailed from Lucknow, had been working in the city along with his wife for the past few years. His wife had been out of town for the past few days. She called him last night, but he did not answer the call. She informed the neighbors, and when they went to the house, they found that the house was locked. Everybody assumed that he was asleep, but everyone started to worry when he did not answer the phone this morning as well. The HSR layout police were informed. They came and forced the door open. Saurav's body was found with his throat slit. The police have started investigations and suspect that it is an act committed by someone known to the deceased, as there was no forced entry into the house and he was said to be waiting for someone.
For last 4 or 5 days he was staying here alone as his wife had gone out of town, and it appears that it was a friendly entry because there is no forced entry, and probably he was expecting somebody to come. And after the person came, something went wrong, and then he has been stabbed with knife on neck, and because of that he has succumbed to injuries.
Blood marks were found on the buttons in the lift as well, raising questions as to how someone managed to walk off with such high security in place. Harish Upadhyay, News 9, Bengaluru.
Well, the two were infamous rowdies flaunting their machetes. They had lived in the locality, threatening other residences of dire consequences. But early this morning, their lives took a fatal turn. Here's how.
Pin drop silence in the Kalyana Mandapa. Blood spilled on the roads. Inconsolable family members, shocked people engaging in group discussion. This was the scene witnessed outside Heritage Convention Centre in Tunganagar of Ramnagar. The scene was suggestive of a gory incident, but not many knew what transpired here in the dead of the night. 3:30 a.m. Tunganagar. A wedding was taking place at this very Kalyana Mandapa. The bride was Ashwini, a resident of Tunganagar, and groom was Murthy, a resident of Rajagopal Nagar. Amidst the crowd were 5 friends of the groom who were busy gambling. While the game was all fun, 2 of the friends lost all their money. This was enough for an argument to begin, followed on by a fight. In a fit of rage, the 2 friends wielded their machetes. Even the others followed suit. And before anyone could realize the gravity of the situation, the 3 friends bludgeoned their friends to death.
5:30 ಯಾರೋ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇದು ಮಾಗಡಿ ರೋಡ್ ದಾಸರಳ್ಳಿಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಗುನು ಸ್ಕೂಟರ್ಗೂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗೈತಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಯಾರಿಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದೆ. ಸುರೇಶನ್ಗಂತೆ ಅಂದ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇರಪ್ಪ, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದೋ ಕೇಳಬೇಡ ನೀನು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡೋರವ್ರೆ, ಯಾರು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 5:30 ನಮ್ಮ ಯಜಮಾನ್ ಎಬ್ಬರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ವಾಚ್ಮನ್ ಮನೆ ಐತಿ, ಆ ವಾಚ್ಮನ್ ಮನೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂಚೂರು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅಂದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಗ ಅವ್ವ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ಯವ ಅಂತದ ಸುರೇಶ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಗೊತ್ತು.
The Rajagopal Nagar police, who learnt of the shocking incident, rushed to the Kalyana Mandapa. On preliminary investigation, they realized that the 2 deceased were rowdy cheaters. They were identified as 23-year-old Firoz Babu and 28-year-old Suresh.
Mayesha, Prasanna, Munia, ಜಗಲ್ ರಾಜು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 5 ಜನ, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿ ಜನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನೋ ಹಳೆ ದ್ವೇಷ ಐತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
The bodies of the deceased have been sent for post-mortem, and the reports are expected by tomorrow. Meanwhile, the police has begun interrogating the bride's brother Guru, who is a rowdy cheater. They have also launched a manhunt to nab the 3 accused, Prasanna, Chandru and Mahesh. We have frequently heard that one who lives by sword dies by sword as well. And this is what happened with the two rowdy cheaters who lost their lives, leaving their family members inconsolable. Vishnu Prasad for News 9, Bengaluru.
And the industrial city of Tumkur witnessed a horrific sight early this morning. A young mentally challenged woman set herself ablaze on the national highway in Kunigal and walked into the police station, petrifying the public. Look at this young woman running on the streets. She has burnt marks all over her bare body. You can even hear her scream in pain while confirming she has set herself on fire. This was the sight witnessed on the streets of Tumkur Highway at 7:30 this morning. 25-year-old Zareen Taj doused herself in kerosene and self-immolated. With burn injuries all over her body, she walked straight towards the police station to explain what had transpired. The public which witnessed this sight early in the morning was shocked out of their wits. Few people were seen running helter-skelter to avoid the woman, while others were seen running towards her with an intention to help her out. But the woman ignored these sights and walked with burn injuries into the Kunigal police station. Even the cops were dumbstruck to see a sight like that. They rushed her to the government hospital despite her stiff resistance. But the government hospital was unable to meet her treatment demands. Hence, the disturbed woman was shifted to Bangalore Hospital for further treatment.
ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 7:30ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಟ್ಲ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಜೈಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ಗಳು. ಒಬ್ಬಳು ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಹೈವೇ ಒಳಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಿಕಾರ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಸು ಜನ ಭಯಭೀತರಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆದರು. ಅವಳು ಸೀದಾ ಕುಣಿಗಲ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಸಾವುಗೆ ನಾನೇ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಭಾಳ ಕಿರ್ಚ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಜೋರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು. ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಗದರಿ ಒಂದು ಬಟ್ಟೆನ ಅವಳ ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸಮ್ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳನ್ನ ಸೀದಾ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತು.
This is not the first incident as far as Zareen's family is concerned. It is learnt that Zareen's sister had also set herself ablaze and succumbed to death. Thereafter, her brother was admitted to Nimhans on being diagnosed with mental illness. Even Zareen has been suffering from mental instability. She often resorts to such acts on consuming irregular dosage of tablets given for her mental illness. Zareen's story is a heart-wrenching one. After suffering severe injuries, she is now battling for her life in the hospital. Jayanna Belageri, News 9, Tumkur. Well, we have seen many cases of women being subjected to mental and physical torture at the hands of their own people. Yet another such story has emerged from the royal city of Mysore.
Take a look at this woman, lying helpless, unattended and discarded in a messy room. She is 45-year-old Anita, who hails from Siddharth Nagar in Mysore. What is her story? Anita is no mentally disabled woman. She is a BCom degree holder and was even married to a businessman and bore 2 children from her marriage. All was well in her life until her marriage started to fall apart. Unable to bear the torture meted out to her by her husband, she decided to abandon him. A dejected Anita then went back to her maternal house in Mysore. But even in her own house, she did not find solace. Despite telling her parents and relatives time and again that she couldn't work out her marriage, they insisted on her returning to her husband. Her brother Rajendra too did not side her in these times of crisis. However, Anita remained adamant and refused to return. An irked Rajendra then decided to do the extreme. He confined Anita to the four walls of the house. In other words, Anita was placed under house arrest by her own brother with minimum food and water for 6 long months. She was kept in the most pitiable condition.
20 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ನಾವು 20 ವರ್ಷ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಂತ, ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ, ಒಂದು 15 ತಿಂಗಳಾಯ್ತು ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಅವಾಗಲಿಂದ ಚಂದ 5-6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ. ಇವಾಗ ಅಕ್ಕ ತಮ್ಮನ ಜಗಳ ಬಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. ಅವ್ರ ಯಜಮಾನರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿರೋದು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಅವ್ರ ಗಂಡನ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಜಗಳ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಭಾಗ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತೀರೋಗಿ ಆಗಲೇ ಒಂದು 10-15 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ.
There were no outsiders. Her own family members tortured her and let her suffer all alone. But why? All because of the villain in this story. Rajendra is an educated man who worked in the health department as a shirastadar. He was a happy man until he was terminated from work. His termination left him shocked and depressed. His relatives started noticing a change in his behavior. Citing mental instability as the reason, he was sent to NIMHANS for treatment. And remember, all this while, Anita was confined to the four walls of her house without food and water. The Nazarbad police who found her have released Anita and have shifted her to KR hospital for treatment. It is indeed a shame that a woman who was looking for solace was instead placed in a prison by her own family. Why didn't her parents stand up for her? Why did her relatives turn a blind eye? Surely, our society needs to introspect. Ram, News 9, Mysore.